which we broadcast from today. Pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. We are broadcasting here from the WJ Finlay Oval as the 9th place Rovers chase their second win of the season against the 7th place Wodonga, probably the highest they've been. So looking to get their 3rd win of the season. And the game so far, I think we have Wodonga 3 leading the Rovers 1 here. If we just go to the team card, so lining up for the Wodonga Bulldogs, coached by Leah Mathy, Cara Woodman in the shooting position. She's come up from one of the lower grades, is that right, Maggie? She didn't start the year in A, did she?
Yeah, Cara's come across from the GB League. This is her first year over here. She started in our B grade and we've just sort of transitioned her up to A grade. As with a lot of the teams in our club at the moment, they've had a bit of a mix around, but the girls are really, really holding up well and adjusting every week. And you know, she's a slight and tall girl, and she's showing a lot of strength every week. Yeah, she's got some great height. And sitting alongside her in that goal attack is youngster Lily McKimmie, who has come out of the 17s, and she's really stepping into the A grade court with a lot of confidence and putting some shots up, as we know she can. In the wing attack, Ellie Ainsworth, a youngster that's come through the ranks at Wodonga. In the centre, Christy Whitehead, Alicia Coyle in wing defence, Leah Mathy, the coach, in goal defence, and Asha Jones in the goalkeeper position. We've got Ella Dickens and Alana Foley on the interchange, as we nearly got a touch there. Against them is the Wangaratta Rovers, coached by Gracie Reid. Their line-up, Beck Krolsham in the goal shooter position alongside sister Sammy in the goal attack. Ellie Miller, another youngster, coming through in the wing attack, as we see Ebony Norris in goal defence, and they get a tip there. Michaela Trethout in the wing defence, Gracie Reid in centre. Ebony Norris, as I said, goal defence, and another young up-and-comer in Molly Murray in goalkeeper. And on their bench, Holly McCarthy, Taya Wallers and Kaya Wallers. So plenty of youngsters running around this court today, as we see Rovers try and get through. Wodonga have had a great start, 5-1 here. I think this will be a really good game across the board. The ladder this year is really close, especially for the lower half. And like you said, we're sitting 7th now, so it's just going to be a really good fight for 4 quarters, I think. Absolutely.
And, you know, when we look at the ladder, we've got Kyle Rutherglen sitting on top by percentage with Wang, who are both undefeated. Then Wodonga Raiders, who had their first loss of the season last week. North Albury and Yarra round out
second touch.
Another touch. Leather poisoning over here. They round out the 5. And then it drops to Myrtleford and Wodonga in 6th and 7th. So there's actually only a game between 4th and 7th position. So it's really exciting, which is nice to see.
Absolutely. It's really good when you've got a strong competition across the board. Makes for exciting netball, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And just touching on last week's results, Wang defeated Lavington, as we see the shot pop out there from Woodman. Lily McKimmie under it. Wang, 49, defeated Lavy 35 in the end, but there was only 3 goals in it at three-quarter time, which is astonishing given that Lavington are down the bottom of the ladder, Wangaratta undefeated, but just goes to show how even it is. Wang got Georgia Clark back after her injury, but Amanda Umansky was huge again, shooting 33 goals. They put on 17 goals to 6 in the last quarter, Wangaratta, so they just showed their class and absolutely ran away with it. So they remain undefeated. Myrtleford, as we see the ball pop out there, were well beaten by Corowa 60. They did lead at quarter time and looked like they were going to be really taking it up to Corowa, but Corowa again made a great change at quarter time. Lou Madden came into the shooting position and was really dominant. So Corowa running away with that win. North Albury got over top of the Rovers, 57-36. Wodonga, you guys held off Albury 41-36. Albury dominated the first half, and I think it was 6-goal lead at half time, but I think the difference is the belief that Wodonga obviously this year is showing in that second half, instead of perhaps, you know, the younger group in previous seasons would have succumbed and said, okay, we're out of this. This year they're actually fighting it out and got the win.
Absolutely, and that's something they're consistently working on, is that attitude and that, you know, ability to fight back. And we had a few games early on that we did have that attitude where as soon as they got away, we got a little bit down, and we've worked on that, and it's shown the last couple of games. We've chased really hard and ended up with the win, especially with some young girls on the board. They're showing a lot of patience.
Absolutely, and really well led by Christy Whitehead in the centre. She's been a brilliant,
really good,
hasn't she? Yeah,
she's been great this year. She's new as well, not new to the league, but new to the club, and she's so athletic, so fit and strong, and her defensive prowess is sort of what's winning us a lot of games. She's getting a lot of tip overs for us.
Football background, I think, hasn't she?
Yeah,
she come from girls football previously.
And you'll be able to see that with her height, her jump.
Yes. And just her attack on the ball. When she drives right onto it. She doesn't sort of pull up.
Yeah, finishing the drives, very important.
So Sammy Krolsham for the Rovers takes a shot and looks like she's on today. Rovers move to 3, trailing Wodonga 8 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. We've probably gone about 8 minutes in the first quarter on the NZ Albury time clock as we see McKimmie look straight into Woodman.
Yeah, certainly
not enough onto it. Yeah.
Oh, well done, Lily.
And she's got it back. A very strong defender as well is Lily, so it's always nice when you can get some defensive turnovers from your shooter.
Yes, absolutely. You certainly can't let her get too far away. She'll pick off those balls.
And the final game last week was Wangaratta handing Raiders their first loss of the season. So we see Bet Krolsham reply for the Rovers, even at half-time, but the huge third quarter kind of set up the win for the Pigeons. So they stay in 5th position. Kalisha Pell back with them for 83% shooting accuracy, which was fantastic. For the Raiders, they would be disappointed in their shooting stats. Both shooters only in the 60% range, which when you are looking for a top 3 position is not going to be high enough. But Mackenzie House and Maggie St John were the best there. So ladder is certainly looking interesting, and I think the back half of this season is going to see some really interesting results as we see Rovers feed it in there. Sammy Krolsham turning, looking, and
shooting
straight in. Ainsworth, strong off the line. Good to see her backing herself in that 2-on-1 contest.
Yeah, I think this will be a really good matchup between Ellie Ainsworth and Michaela Trethowan today. Both very similar players, athletic and strong.
Yep, absolutely. And Ainsworth just needs to... Michaela Trethowan can play a very physical game, I think, as long as Ellie keeps her head in the game and doesn't let that affect her. She'll certainly... stand up to Michaela, as you see.
Yes,
Bet,
absolutely.
Great hands to Gracie and straight into Sammy. And
again.
Whew, nothing but net.
No.
So we've got 6 plays 11 here in the first quarter. Rovers hosting the Bulldogs. McKimmie finds Ainsworth. Just playing really patient Wodonga so far. Not forcing, as we see. They look to the line to reset. Even though Kara's nice and tall, it's still having that ability to work it into a safe feeding position, isn't it? Yes,
it's something, again, they've been working on, just trying to get that transition between Kara holding and coming forward, because she is, height is everywhere in O&M League this year. So you can't get away with too many balls over the top.
No. And I think the other really pleasing thing out of last week's games was Kara and Lily really sharing the goal. So not having one dominant shooter just makes it really hard for other teams to try and shut down and to match up on. As we see Sammy Krolsham score again for the Rovers. She's certainly come into this game with some good form. She was their leading shooter last week too. So
you can see why.
Yes. And Woodman out of the circle high. She's all alone. Ball just missing the expensive camera gear, so well played, girls. The cameraman's just breathe a sigh of relief. As Whitehead takes the ball for the Bulldogs, top of the circle. McKimmie sets up, has to roll out, forced to go back.
Good option. The girls have been working really hard in not forcing it into the circle, using your triangles, getting it around.
And you can see that, and it's working well for them so far. And when you've got a couple of young athletic shooters like that, you just make them work again, reposition.
Absolutely, not forcing the ball in. We all need that reminder.
As we see, Sammy Krolsham left home alone, so
she's doing the majority of the scoring here.
She is. Yeah, Rovers
Beck's doing very well in creating space for her to come in.
Ainsworth finds McKimmie out. She looks straight into Woodman, and that's a better ball. Back into the space behind her, so she could come off Molly Murray's body. Pops out, but I think they're going to do enough to get it back here.
Oh, that's what we just need to consistently work on. Using our triangles more. They are there.
And sometimes it's just not being afraid to give off that little one to the shooter, forcing him to stand tall and pull it in and then seeing how that goes. Because I think once Lily McKimmon gets it in that circle, the pass to Cara Woodman's going to be on a lot of the time, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. And that's good coming forward.
Absolutely, as they score their 14th goal for the quarter, leading the Rovers 8. Reid to Crelsham, and Crelsham's doing a lot of work off the line too. Alicia Coyle's really covering Ellie Miller well, and we see a great tip there on the circle edge, and I think she's just got her toe over the line. They're hard ones to get those, but Alicia Coyle's speed is really underestimated, I think.
And I think I didn't have much court time with her, unfortunately, but playing against her at training, she's so hard to lose. She's one of those defenders that just hound you it doesn't give you an inch, so she's really strong in that wing defence position.
Back to Matthew. Coyle helping out on the line here. Some strong defensive work by Michaela Chathown, just covering Ainsworth. The other girls having to work it, and Lily McKimmie, just again waiting till the right option was on and popping it into the space. Woodman showing some good strength too.
And that's it. She's left all alone out back there.
Matthew just got caught over the ball. Crelsham, she's too quick and zips around that court. It would be hard to lose her, I wouldn't think.
Yes, I don't envy her job.
As we see, Michaela Chathown, great tip, but not able to get it to a teammate, and Asher Jones had eyes for that. So Wodonga with the chance to get this one back. Whitehead to McKimmie. Swings it across to Whitehead. And good change up by Woodman, coming back into the front space. Just draws the contact, and McKimmie will take the uncharacteristic miss from her.
Yes, if she can get up for the rebounds, she'll go up for them every time. It's nice to have Cara's height in there as well, though.
Oh, absolutely. As you said, there's a lot of tall defenders, and we saw that with Rovers a couple of weeks ago, the Lavington game. They had plenty of the ball. They transitioned it beautifully, nice long drives and passes, but their shooting stats were down, and the Lavington defender in Taylor Ferber, who was so much taller than the Crelsham girls, and Kaya Wollers, was able just to eat up anything that didn't sink. So,
yes,
they certainly got a lot of the ball, but missed those opportunities, and they were made to pay. So they're obviously shooting a lot better today.
Yes, they are doing really, really well. Cara held that back space, but then sort of came forward at the last minute. I think she just needs to hold.
Yes, because she had a lot of space behind her, didn't she?
Yeah.
That's the feeders. Might just need to talk to her about that. As we see Beck Crelsham out, goes to the pocket to Ellie Miller. And that is a quarter time here at the WJ Finlay Oval. We have the Rovers 11 trailing the Wodonga Bulldogs 16. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
breaks until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, WJ Finlay Oval, and it's the game between the Rovers and the Wodonga Bulldogs. Rovers just trailing 11-16 at this stage. A couple of other games happening today, a couple of cracking games actually. Corowa 10 trailing Wang 14 in what will be a battle of the undefeated sides.
Absolutely.
Lavington 10 trailing North 17, Albury 8 trailing Yarrawonga 10, and the Raiders 11 leading Myrtleford 8. So that Raiders Myrtleford game, another potential close one as we see this game get underway. And any changes to Wodonga? Doesn't look like it.
No, they've stayed the same.
Yep. And it looks like Rovers have gone with the same lineup too. So no changes from either side, which makes it easy. Haven't had any rolling subs yet either, as we see Wodonga put the first goal on the scoreboard.
I don't think Wodonga has too many people on the bench to partake in the rolling subs too much this year, unfortunately.
Yeah, look, some clubs are using it a lot and others not so much. I think it's probably a novelty when it first started, but...
Yeah, I was recently, when we played at Raiders, they had a lot of rolling subs there. Their mid-courts just putting in a really strong couple of minutes and then they're swapping straight out, keeping fresh legs.
Yeah, and they do tend to use the rolling subs fairly well, as we see Rovers move to 12. Some great ball movement there by Sammy Carlsham. Yes, Raiders use it a lot, and Lavington haven't a lot. Last week we saw Myrtleford using it quite a bit, Corowa not so much. So each team using it differently.
Bit of an offside that might not have been. Yes, it was seen.
It was seen, no goal. Coyle to Mathy. Balances up, and Ainsworth on the run.
Drive.
That was a nice ball into that backspace. Allowed Ainsworth to run onto it, and McKimmie finishes off for Wodonga. They moved to 18 here in the second quarter, brought to you by Cavalier Homes and Wodonga centre pass. Ainsworth drawing a good contact there, so opens herself up to be free on circle edge. And I think that'll be contact by poor little Molly Murray, who had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Wodonga moved to 19, leading by 6. Oh, that's dangerous.
I think they were getting used to putting those balls into Sammy sneaking out the back, but we had a chat on the sideline saying, remember, Sammy's out the back, she sneaks away.
Yeah.
And it looks as though they've taken that.
They read that well. And actually, Sammy wasn't even looking at the ball then. I don't think she was, or knew it was coming her way at all. So Rovers, though, do score, and they move to 14. Whitehead takes the ball for the Bulldogs. Ainsworth, no one forced to go back, but Coyle's there. Mathy, and just resetting here as McKimmie now makes the drive.
Offers forward.
And Woodman out. Give her the ball. Oh, find McKimmie at the top. Good patience. They
finished off.
Showed some belief in each other just to work that around. And they moved to 20. Miller doing the work outside the circle.
Tip.
And great work by Christy White. It came around the body of Reed there.
Good tip by Alicia Coyle. And that's what she's so good at. She just gets a little tip. It's a relentless position wing defence.
It is, and it's so important not to get caught out of position, especially when someone like her with her speed, she can afford to sit off and almost sit off to the side and then come through on that angle to the ball, can't she, as opposed to getting caught on the body. And as we see Wodonga move to 21, I think a lot of wing attacks like to know where their wing defence is. So when you've got a quick wing defence like her and they're not on you, it can make it a bit deadly. As we see Sammy Crawsham balance up, find Beck. Just drawing the contact there, I think, off Asher Jones.
Good shot by Beck.
Looking straight in, that's what you like to see. Look and release.
Strong hold by Cara.
And as we said, she's got the height advantage down there just, especially if she jumps. So if she's got the space, having the confidence to put it out in front of her is really important. As you see, Beck Crawsham come out of the circle. She has to swing it deep into the pocket to Reid. And Matey doing a good job to hold her there, but just caught on the elbow, I think. So Sammy with the shot puts it up for Rovers. They move to 17.
Bit of a comeback here.
Yes, it's sort of goal for goal as we see Tristan with a tip and Norris wiping up, but ball over the edge. So they're just not able to settle through that centre court at the moment as we see the ball over a third. So Jones taking it for the Bulldogs. Oh, Coyle and
Two
Matey.
for one.
Yeah. Fighting over it. Coyle with the intercept off Matey as we see Whitehead do her best to keep it in. And there's that jump you talked about earlier, Maggie.
Yeah. I think we just need that pass a bit more accurate, bit more help earlier from the attackers.
Beck Crawsham stuck, forced to go back to Miller. Quick hands, finds Sammy at the top. Long way out,
That's a big shot.
She nets it. 18, it plays 22 here on the X-Ray Grit scoreboard. We've got about 5 minutes in the second quarter. Crawsham launches it over the top to Reid. That's dangerous too. But it comes off, and Beck Crawsham with the quick hands and the refeed gets her into position.
A lot of speed in their ring.
Rovers just moved to 19. Trying to put a gap, reduce the scoreline as we see another turnover. Yeah, so the momentum certainly shifted with them just at the moment. Reid coming through. She's another very fast player.
Absolutely, she's very quick, very athletic, perfect centre.
As we see Beck Crawsham with some very fancy footwork there. And the refeed. So she takes the Rovers to 20, trailing by 2. They've really brought the margin back this quarter, Reid.
Yeah,
she's
gotten
become
a few tips.
Yeah, and I think Reid's certainly come into the game a little bit more this quarter. Sammy Crawsham finishes off. We've got a one goal ball game. 21 plays at 22 here. What can Wodonga do, or what will they do to settle themselves here? Great take by Whitehead against Trithown. Both footballers.
Yes, both very strong, both very athletic.
And McKimmie just settles it for the Wodonga Bulldogs, takes them to 23 here. Second quarter brought to you by Cavalier Homes. Reid forced to go deep and wide to Crawsham. She's forced to go back to Murray. So we've seen a swap in the Rovers defence. Molly Murray's come to goal defence and Ebony Norris to goalkeeper.
I think what Alicia Coyle's doing really well, she's not letting her player get any deep drives on her. It's a lot of passing to get that into the ring.
Yeah, and they've really, a lot of the time, forced Rovers to feed from the pocket. As we see Ainsworth find Whitehead with patience in the pocket, but the ball just a bit low. Well, it's probably okay, but Woodman's quite tall.
Yeah, it takes
I
her
wouldn't
a
have
little
any
bit
trouble
to get
getting
down.
it, but these tall players don't love the little passes, do they, the low ones? As we see Murray looks to Miller, and a good contest by Matey. Forces it over the side, stays in play. So Rovers will take the throw in.
That's risky. I think Leah really needs to focus on staying on Sammy. She's quietly dropping out the back for those ones.
And meeting her, Yep. Let her get a high one if she needs to, and then stop that next one, As we see her sneak along the baseline there and finish off. So 23 goals apiece here. Rovers have really come back hard this quarter. Crelsham goes to Miller on circle edge, and
good tip.
Crelsham over the back tip by Matey, just not enough to be able to pull it in, and the missed goal. So
2 rebounds would have been good there, Asha. I think she's strong enough to pull those in.
Yeah, especially when she's got a height advantage. So she should be first to ball as Beck Crelsham.
She's another young one that's come up, and every single week she's improving.
Yeah, and just that consistent court time which is really hard to do. It's hard to give everyone consistent court time, but certainly the more she gets, the better. As you see, Rovers again. Beck Crelsham. Reed off the circle to Miller in the pocket. And just
good reflexes.
Was it off the foot of
it was.
Jones there. So forces a baseline throw in. Good contest here between Reed and Whitehead. And nice hold by Matey, but Sammy Crelsham, she is deadly today.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's missed one or any.
No, she's taken Rovers to 25.
Good
so 2-goal lead now. Umpire just setting the penalty. Oop. There's those goalpost paddings there.
Yeah, she finishes it off though.
So Ainsworth just needing to come through here. They've got no one coming at them down the court. Lily McKimmie.
Yeah, I think we need to just focus on not having those lateral drives. Just standing still. It's as a wing attack, you think you need to run, but it's actually just stand there and wait till that drive opens up. And
absolutely. Stopping is a change of pace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stop and start, that's a change of pace. So they get a settler. Cara Woodman takes them to 24, trailing by 2. We've gone about 10 minutes here in the second quarter on the NZ Albury time clock. Sam Beck Crelsham to Miller and pops into that front position. Oh, she looked for the pass, and Matey got a great hand to that, but the umpire said you were too close. And an uncharacteristic miss, but they will have the throw in. Oh, and Crelsham begged that to pop back in, and it did. So 27 Rovers leading 24 Wodonga.
It's a lot of voice out there from Rovers. It's quite intimidating, I think, for the Wodonga girls.
I was just going to say, it feels like they're getting caught up in the voice off the line. As we see Rovers again, Reed into Crelsham. And that'll be a Wodonga throw in. So an opportunity here for Wodonga to settle and get this ball back. Just need, as you said, some players coming forward.
Need a lot more
angle
help
drives
from our attackers to come forward.
Great drive by Coyle. She stayed on the drive. And just sideways again, forced to go back.
Chrissy's doing a mountain of work.
See Ainsworth with the penalty outside, goes straight into McKimmie, and the umpire calls contact. And finishes off. So McKimmie takes the Wodonga to 25, trailing by 2. It's a Rovers centre, so needing another break if they want to bring the margin back before half-time. Crelsham to Miller. And Matey, good hands. It was always going to Crelsham. I think she only had eyes for her, and Matey saw that and got down low and around. So Wodonga quickly with the ball on circle edge.
It was a big leap from Michaela Trethowan there.
She has a fantastic aerial ability too. And certainly good to see her playing some really strong, consistent netball. She's obviously had to balance up football and netball in previous years, but I think this year's not doing football, and it's allowed her to really settle her netball game.
Did she have a break last year?
She played a little bit of both, but predominantly through, I'm thinking, a bit of B, actually. Yeah.
Manage her load a bit.
As we see Whitehead with the ball, smart little pass to Woodman. Just steps in, but couldn't offload it before the defender got there. So forces the refeed, and McKimmie able to draw a contact. steps in off, but Woodman under it around the other side of the post. So
good rebound.
27 goals apiece here with a couple of minutes to go in this quarter. Rovers, the centre pass. Wodonga just been able to slow them up a little bit here and get a couple of late goals back as we see another chip. Mathy, whoop, straight into the hands of Trethowan.
And that's what you were saying before. It's really difficult when the wing defence sits off, and I've played against Michaela Trethowan, and you lose her so quickly, and she just comes through and gets that intercept.
As we see Sammy Crelsham score for the Rovers, takes them to 28. McKimmie off the line. Better by Ainsworth coming at the ball, but tip from Rovers, although Wodonga able to recover it. Oh, and Ebony Norris.
She read that well.
Didn't she? She was coming for miles. Reed to Beck Crelsham. Miller cut off there. Alicia Coyle just ran with her and took away that option, and we see Wodonga with the turnover. Forced to go.
Create more space. We need to see our attackers come down. That's better, Ali.
And they don't need to be long drives. It might just be short, sharp, but in front and at the ball, as we see Rovers. Oh, Molly Murray off balance, but able to get it to Miller. They find Beck Crelsham in the circle. She has to offload. Foot was outside. Miller again.
Good offer from Gracie off the ring.
And the goal will count. It had left to hand, I think they'll say that counted. So Rovers, a super quarter, moved to 29, leading the Wodonga Bulldogs, 27 here at halftime at the WJ Finley Oval. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live. We're here at the WJ Finlay Oval. My apologies, it's Rovers 28 leading Wodonga 27. So let's see what changes the teams have made. Rovers look like they have stayed the same. Maggie, what have Wodonga done? Oh, and she...
Yeah, we've had a swap in our mid-court. Ellie Ainsworth into centre, Christy Whitehead back to wing attack.
And he just being held up, but Ainsworth coming through. Oh, danger pass to McKimmie, but she was on the fly and able to pull it in. Whitehead.
Great drive.
Good feed. McKimmie finishes off. So she takes Wodonga to 28, trailing the Rovers 29. I was just saying I looked up some other scores from the other games.
Yes, how are they going? There's
a fun stat happening here. Every game has the scoreline 27 in it. It's in some way, shape or form. So Wangaratta, the only game that don't. They're leading Corowa 26-17. North 27-20 over Lavington. Yarra 27-14 over Albury, and Raiders 27-19 over Myrtleford. So interesting stat. And we had a 27 plays 28 half-time score here. So
yeah, that would be a great game between Maggie's and Corowa. Yes.
The undefeated sides.
Good
Not
rebound.
sure if Corowa had the luxury of Lou Madden this week. So Lou's their shooter, and she's travelling from Sydney. So
yes.
I don't think she'll be available every week. That's a huge ask, but still a great game nonetheless. As we just see a held ball there call.
No one to pass to, unfortunately, for Christy. It's tough when you get stuck with the ball and it's all on you. That 3 seconds.
It feels so bad.
Don't have anyone.
Rovers moving it. Beck Crelsham at likewise no one, and a held ball in reverse. So defensive pressure from both sides. Really strong here as you see Matthew forced to go sideways to Jones and re-offers and gets the ball back. Just draws the contact.
This transition.
Whitehead coming through, straight through the centre. That's what you want. Ainsworth back to Whitehead.
Good strong drive.
Circle edge now, and I reckon the space is there for Woodman and they find it.
She's doing well at holding it up higher, so she's got a lot more space to jump behind into.
Especially when she's got that that height advantage there. Our third quarter brought to you by McRae Motors. We thank all our sponsors who get behind our netball live stream. As we said, Beck Crelsham finish off there for the Rovers. 30 goals apiece here. Wodonga forced to go a long way back, but Coyle just resettles, as she often does through the mid-court there. McKimmie cross to Mathy, just waiting for someone to come forward, and great vision to see Woodman in the circle and in front, two defenders behind her, and she makes no mistake. So Wodonga in the front again, 31 plays 30. And Reid, she did jump into it, but Ainsworth did have to move back there as we see Sammy Crelsham
shot
finish off. 31 goals apiece here in the third quarter.
Great second phase drive. Just couldn't get that bounce pass in.
So Rovers with the opportunity. Norris But the umpires found an offside call. Just setting up there. Norris, long ball to Reid.
Good vision.
Strong drive by Gracie. Just now, nice quick release, finds Crousham coming through deep into the pocket. It's a bit scrappy,
Just lucky
but
to get that in.
yeah, Miller really had to put on the afterburners to pull that in. And Sammy Crousham,
she's on fire today.
Having a field day. So you see Bet Crousham tries to give off to Miller, but a great tip by Coyle and cleanly done. Allows Wodonga to come through with the ball, and Whitehead was there, but just not on the right angle as we see them reset again. Ainsworth coming through. McKimmie on a strong drive. Pulled 2 defenders with her there and allowed Ainsworth then to come into that space as we see Whitehead find McKimmie. And a nice little pop to Woodman under the post.
Pass.
Takes Wodonga to 32 and a Wodonga centre. So an opportunity to go clear here as
Strong
McKimmie
second phase.
fakes, pulls 2 defenders away, and then the refeed to Ainsworth is on. This could be a battle and a half the next 2 quarters, goal for goal, couldn't it? It's,
yes. I don't think the Wodonga girls will let them come back too strong again this quarter.
No.
I think they learnt their lesson there. So I think Rovers just capitalised on their turnovers really well during that second quarter.
They certainly did, and their shooters are just aren't missing. So once it's in range there, and as I say, they put the Moz on Beck and she misses. It's always the way. But, you know, to date, they've really made the most of their opportunities, which they probably learnt from 2 weeks ago against Lavey where they just didn't. So
okay, yeah.
Ainsworth,
transitioning much better.
Nice play into the space for Whitehead. Finds Woodman, goes across to Ainsworth, and that opens up McKimmie on the opposite side of the ring there, and she makes no mistake. Yeah. So Wodonga go to 34, take a 2-goal lead on Rovers, 32, and it's a Wodonga centre. So just chipping away, which is what they need to do, as McKimmie straight into Woodman. Oh, and it nearly came off. Reid goes long and cross-court to Chathown.
Very strong take.
Yeah, good balance to keep it in, but just couldn't find a teammate as Ainsworth has to offload. She caught on the hop there. So bit scrappy, just the last 30 seconds. Reid, no one, and that's a held ball. So as I said, the defensive pressure has been really strong, hasn't it, from both sides through that mid-court?
Yeah, the mid-court I think is where both teams are finding it quite difficult to get through. And that's a credit to both sides, mid-quarters.
And I think just we have some great pace there, don't we? You've got Michaela Chathown and Gracie Reid for the Rovers, and then Alicia Coyle and Christy Whitehead for the Bulldogs, applying not only pace but a bit of physical pressure too.
Very, very evenly matched up, I think, through that mid-court.
Sammy Crousham, and it spins and finally drops. So 33 plays 35 here on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. Shout out to Phil Bullivan. How'd you pull up after your dancing, Phil? We're all wondering. He was in the Dancing with the Stars last week.
Oh, okay.
Up in Albury, and raised over $70,000. So
that's
huge effort. As we see Woodman finish off for the Bulldogs. They move to 36. And the other thing that I guess we need to touch on is a couple of things, really. Maddie Lischke has been named our April Rising Star for the year. We have 5 nominees throughout the season that we elect. It's an under-21 award. It goes to a player who has played in a lower grade at the club, so it's rewarding that, I guess, the development of juniors. So Maddie Lischke came through the juniors there at North Albury, and in her second season in A grade, and really dominating in wing attack. So she's the April Rising Star. So huge shout out to Maddie. Great ball there into Sammy Crousham. And interesting because looking at, across the clubs at who the potential nominees are moving forward, there's an abundance of young players in our A grade this year who are eligible and would be more than worthy. So,
and what a great league to cultivate that environment where those young girls can come through and shine. I certainly didn't play this well when I was like Lily's 16. My gosh,
it's incredible when you see This 17 and under, particularly like I watch our 7 and under rep side at the carnivals, and they'll be in action again next week, and the height and the talent of some of those players is outstanding to watch. Yeah, no.
I didn't get the water.
I didn't get the water either. No. As we see Crawsham, just as the wind picks up, I don't know how she does that, but 35. Rovers trailing by 2 here. Just sort of going goal for goal at the moment. As we see Ainsworth, so finding a bit of space there with Wodonga. Oh, and
just too far on that pass.
Into the space of Molly, but she couldn't stay in play. So Bulldogs get the ball back. McKimmie on the baseline. And Woodman staying nice and strong and drawing that contact there in that front space.
That's what Lily does so well. If she's not shooting, she's always going up for those rebounds, and I think a bit of basketball background really helps her there.
And there's another one. She's trying to rebound, just not able to pull it in, and the ball pops out. But again, I think, quite an accomplished defender too, so that holds her in good stead, doesn't it, as a shooter?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just touching on our interleague. So next week, the Ovens and Murray will take on the Goulburn Valley in the annual interleague game over at Deakin Reserve. Really looking forward to seeing what that game brings. We had the announcement of our interleague squads during the week. First time that we've taken a 15 and under side as well, which will be really exciting. Obviously, it's only the second year we've had 15s in the competition, and it's fantastic that we've been able to take a side over there. We had huge expression of interest from players wanting to be part of that, which was amazing. And very happy with the team that we've been able to choose, and Wodonga certainly featuring heavily in the 15s and the 17s.
Yeah, they're having both those teams are having a really great, strong season between them.
So coaching the 15 and under is Shayla House from the Wodonga Raiders. We have Jodie House in charge of the 17 and under, and Noel Holton in charge of the open side. So I have no doubt there'll be some absolutely cracking games to be had next weekend. There's never much that separates the two leagues.
No.
So
good front position by Cara. And great goal.
And Wodonga score another one. Got about 5 or less than 5 minutes left in this quarter. Wodonga moving to a 2-goal lead at this stage.
Great tip by Gracie.
Yeah, 38 plays 36. Nice ball
Good
by
vision.
Ainsworth. Yeah, finds Woodman out the back with the space behind her. So Wodonga moved to 39, 3 goals lead at this stage over the Rovers. So, we have Abby Bloy.
Between the legs there, Alicia Coyle. That's
right.
Interesting.
New move. Abby Bloy from the Wodonga Bulldogs. We have another goal there for Rovers. We have Lily McKimmie, obviously, as I spoke about, and Molly Moylan, all from Wodonga, representing the 7 and under side.
Yes, yep.
Where for the 15 and Ari Cohen is in that side. And we know what a great player that she is as she comes through. So, looking forward to seeing what those girls bring. As you see Woodman with the penalty. Nice, strong rebound, gets her own ball back. Makes no mistake. Couple of minutes left here on the NZ Albury time clock. It's Wodonga by 3. Can Rovers narrow the margin before the last quarter and set up a ripper last quarter? As you said, Beck Krelsham takes a long shot and sinks it. Ainsworth to McKimmie, strong off the line. Forced to go back to Mathy and reset Coyle. Whitehead comes at her.
Good drive, and that's what we said before, that strength through that defence through the mid-court's making it really difficult to transition.
Yeah, Ellie Miller doing a great job then, but nice take by Ainsworth, tip by Norris. So Wodonga ball. McKimmie swings it, finds the baseline, but just not close enough to the post.
Great shot, Lily.
She takes the Bulldogs to 41, so just been able to extend it out to 3 goals before the three-quarter time buzzer, as we see Reid. Tricky little bounce pass to Beck Crowsham.
Reid having to do a lot of work there and doing it great, but Alicia Coyle doing a really good job at keeping her player off the circle.
Yeah, I think Alicia Coyle's really had a great game today. She's really kept Ellie Miller out of it. As
Great
we see,
space
Ainsworth finds Woodman. And Ainsworth also finding a bit more space and drive this quarter too, which was good to see.
Yeah, I think the swap between the centre and the wing attack is suiting. The playing style's a bit better today.
So you see Beck Crowsham waiting before Sammy presents base. Pops out, so an opportunity for Wodonga to get a late turnover here. Coyle looking down court, has to get around the hands of Miller. Great hands they were too, as Tip forces the ball low and Rovers mop up Miller.
Those are the ones we need to really make sure we're not pressuring to get in.
And that is the siren for three-quarter time. So we have Wodonga 42 leading the Rovers here. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. Zero 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, coming to you from the WJ Finlay Oval. Game between the Wodonga Bulldogs and the Rovers, and it's been a cracker so far. We have Wodonga 42 leading 39. Let's see what the last quarter brings. In our other games so far today, Wangaratta 41 with a 10-goal lead over Corowa 31. Lavington 30 trailing North Albury 42. Yarra 40 leading Albury 19. Huge third quarter there by them. And the Raiders 39 over Myrtleford 32. So fairly narrow margin there. So we'll see what this quarter brings in those games. In this game, it's been Wodonga with the first score on the board. They moved to 43.
Rare miss by Sammy there.
Yeah, no changes for the Wodonga Bulldogs, and why would they? They've been really settled. And likewise for the Wang Rovers, they've elected to stay the same. So two really consistent matchups today, which isn't always the case now that we've got rolling subs in, and a great pass finds McKimmie over the back. Fourth quarter action brought to you by Martins Albury, as you see Reid to Miller, hot off the line. Sammy, she looked into Beck and she wasn't on, so forced to go to Miller in the pocket and then sweeps through that front position.
Beck's really good at making space and holding for Sammy to come through. Well done, Cara.
Nice take by Woodman there. So goal for goal at this stage. Wodonga with a 4-goal lead, 45. Plays a 41. Reid waiting for someone to open up. Beck looks to Sammy, not on. Forced to refeed. Wind just picking up a little bit. Doesn't affect her though.
Doesn't at all.
Coyle. Whitehead coming through. Goes to Ainsworth. McKimmie swings to Whitehead. Woodman's on that side of the circle. Takes the refeed. So some good ball movement there by Wodonga. They're moving it quick and releasing without too much hesitation.
In each other.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest changes this year, is just that confidence in each other and the willingness to release to someone on a drive and back themselves in those contests.
Yeah.
And the ball pops out, very uncharacteristic by Beck, and
pick up by
Wodonga, yeah, strongly rebounded, and need to make the most of this, as you don't get too many rebounds out of those Crelsham sisters. As Coyle to Whitehead, she's been really great for Wodonga today.
Good front position again for Cara Woodman, and finishes off with the goal.
So Maggie, what's your recovery time looking like? Are you hoping to get back this season?
Probably not this season.
No.
I don't think I think the main goal is to get back to work nice and safely.
Yep.
But I'm about week 6 of a 12-week recovery if everything goes well, and I'm weight bearing well now. So it might not be a smart decision, but might be back next year. Potentially, we shall see how rehab goes.
That's right. We'd love to see you back. We 2 years ago, we had a litany of Achilles injuries. It was quite uncharacteristic.
Yeah, it's not something I really heard too much about before I did the injury, and then everyone's come out of the woodwork.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. I'll lend you my scooter.
Yes.
Liv Sinclair.
Yes.
Liv Lasfina.
That's right. The scooter's the best thing.
Yeah.
Anyone that's done their Achilles,
game changer.
Hopefully no one yet to do it, but get onto the scooter quite quickly.
Wodonga just working it around here. And we spoke the other day, you worked with Georgia Clark from the Magpies. So
I do,
a bit of intel there.
Yes. I'll try and get the game plan from her when I go back to work. And
looks like they are going to stay undefeated looking at today's results so far.
Yeah,
so
really strong game by them.
And I think they take on Raiders next week.
I think they'll be looking to have some good finals this year. The last couple of years they've been really up there, and I think they want to have a strong finals campaign. So hopefully this year is that for them.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Wodonga with the opportunity to score off this turnover. Jones providing great backup. Coyle through the centre. Oh, a bit too much on it. over the head of Whitehead. So Rovers' turn now to try and force it through. Good hands by Matey, but just couldn't quite get to the ball in front of Reed. So Beck Crowsham, just
Good
another
rebound.
miss, but able to pull that one in that time. So Rovers go to 44, trailing Wodonga 48. It's a Rovers centre pass. It's Ellie Smith off the line and Ellie
Great
Ainsworth.
intercept. Just not enough on that to get over Ali.
So just working around at Wodonga, prepared to be patient. We see Trethown with a great intercept on circle edge. So always a bit dangerous trying to go over her head.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had a player close to you. It's a lesson. Take that play that's closer to you rather than risk that cross court.
Yeah, that's right. As we see, they nearly forced the error, but it bounced off the post, and Beck Crowsham is under it. So ball's dropping Rovers' way at the moment. They go to 45, trailing the Wodonga Bulldogs 48. Bulldogs centre pass, Whitehead off the line, forced to go back to Coyle. Comes through again, as you said earlier, doing a mountain of work, goes back to Matey, to Coyle. Defenders providing great assistance here, and McKimmie coming through, and she will draw the contact there.
They
so
really need to capitalise.
2-on-1 here in the goal circle. What are they going to do? They need to move it and get it in quick, and Norris read it, but McKimmie, great strength to withstand the late knock. Steps in and makes no mistake. She's got incredible strength for a young kid, McKimmie. She's not afraid of the body-on-body stuff and stands tall.
No, it certainly doesn't rattle her at all. And like you said before, it's probably because she's got such a defensive history as well.
And I think she's got a brother or two, so that probably
that's
help. Probably held her in good stead over the years too, who are older than her.
Yeah. Leah with a nice little kick out of court there. Oh, and a pick up. I think that was an accidental intercept, but it worked.
Yeah, so Wodonga with another opportunity to score out of Rovers here. Coyle. Oh, dangerously goes over the head of Sammy Crowsham. Just makes it to the hands of Matey, and they move it quick to circle edge. Ainsworth just trying to force it. That's where, as you said, that stop, wait, throw a fake in, and then wait for someone to open up.
Just let that defensive player run past, and you'll have a clear shot in. But good pass from Lily.
Finds Cara over the back. So they move to 50, taking it out to a 5-goal lead now. We've gone about 7.5 minutes in the last quarter on the NZ Albury time clock. McKimmie finds Ainsworth wide. Whitehead straight on the top of the circle, which is where you want to feed from, and finds Woodman with no trouble at all.
I think Chrissy's just been really patient. Her drives, she's not getting a lot of the ball, but she's drawing a lot of the defenders. I think Michaela Trethowan hasn't been as strong this quarter.
Yeah, I would agree. I think she's negated her a little bit, as you see. Reed tries to do the little tricky one, but just no one home. So Jones will throw in for the Bulldogs. Matey switches back to Jones. Ainsworth back to Matey.
I think we definitely need to stop those cross-court balls.
Yes. Two channels is a little bit too much. Someone through that middle is where it's at, isn't it?
Yeah, that mid-court transition consistently a place to improve on, I think, this game.
Reed, they've caught high here. Rovers struggling. Jones, great tip by her to go back into the space and deflect that ball, but it was off a Wodonga hand. So Rovers will take the throw-in. Beck Crowsham. Does she go for the little one? She tries, but again, just Jones at the deflection. Finds Sammy the second time.
Smart
she
fake.
makes no mistake. So a turnover there by Rovers gives them an opportunity. Beck Crowsham. And penalty was taken. She drew the penalty but tried to play on, and Wodonga smartly kept playing the ball. Umpire called penalty taken, and an arm wrestle between Whitehead and Trethowan. Who's going to come up with that? Umpire's called Trethowan's ball
Yeah, it could absolutely go either way there.
Make it a ruck contest.
Yeah. The girls would love that.
That's right. As we see Rovers move to 47, trailing 51, but it's a Rovers centre. We've probably got about 5 minutes to play. Wodonga need to play out this quarter if they want to lock away the win. As we see Reid.
Asher, great outside.
And Jones is just really starting to find her feet now and get around the body of Beck Crelsham as we see Sammy go for the goal. And again, another opportunity here. Ball's been played, so Matey looks to Whitehead. They need to keep attacking the ball. Wodonga here. Forced to go lateral. Whitehead decides to go down the court and they will have a throw-in.
Just need to get Ali to come forward.
Just a change of footwork, isn't it? As we see Woodman with a strong hold there. Molly Murray thought she'd try luck, but the umpire isn't having any of that.
Just a little bit late, but it was a great try.
Yeah.
A good finish.
So Wodonga moved to 52, leading 47.
The elusive replay call, there's open to interpretation, isn't it?
It is always, yeah. A lot of those.
Oh, Sammy's down. She looks all right. That's good.
Nathy just helping her up there. So you see Beck take the shot. The 48 plays 52, and you hear assistant coach Minna Lamb for the Rovers saying attack everything. Crelsham finishes off. So we've got 49, plays 52. It's a 3-goal game. Wodonga centre. They just need to continue to attack. McKinney coming through, but they opt to go to Ainsworth over the back by herself. And Woodman, well played. Steps in, draws Murray away from the ball, finishes off. So 53 is the lead here against Rovers 49. We've probably got about 3 minutes to play. As you see Miller with the ball for Rovers. Crelsham, Sammy that is, comes through front.
Good sweep.
Pops out and Matthew's over that. So Jones back to Matthew. Looking for someone. Everyone's very flat-footed through that mid-court. Coyle comes up with the goods and a bit of a loose ball and not able to keep it in.
I think all of those mid-quarters would be feeling it at the moment. There's been a lot of little movements.
They would. And look, I think they probably all know there's not long left to go and both teams just trying to force it. And that's what pressure does, as we see Beck Crelsham. Yeah. Another one pops out.
Good rebound.
Sammy under it. So 50 plays 53.
Good draw by Christy Whitehead.
McKimmie back to Coyle.
Forward.
Just needs to pop, as Whitehead comes through. And that's better footwork by Ainsworth. Change of direction. Go one direction, take Gracie away and pop back the other way as we see penalty inside the circle. McKimmie to Ainsworth. McKimmie with the roll into the front space and Reid tries. But
long distance between the Wodonga centre and wing attack. We need to get someone to the top there.
McKimmie makes no mistake. She takes Wodonga to 54, trailing the Rovers 50. We've gone about 13 and a half minutes. Reid, back to Sammy Crelsham, back to Reid.
Still doing a mountain of work.
And Beck Crelsham, falls short. That's a sign that it's late in the game.
Yeah, did Leah get a tip to that?
I don't know. Maybe she did, and that's what stopped the momentum as we see Jones to Coyle. Whitehead through that middle to McKimmie.
Good change
to Ainsworth. Yep, coming right at the ball, completing those leads. Whitehead back to Woodman.
Also having a great game today. Cara Woodman.
Wodonga moved to 55, leading the Rovers 50. Not long left in this game. As we see Ainsworth to McKimmie.
Great second phase drive by Christy Whitehead. Able to keep it in there.
Yeah, she's really been able to negate the influence that Michaela Trethown was having on this game. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
It's a great matchup, those two, as we see Woodman finish off for Wodonga with 56, leading the Rovers 50. Sammy Crelsham
looking for it.
Looks to Beck and bullet past to sister on the side on the baseline there. too far out to score. Reed well weighted. She could see Sammy working her feet to get through, and she takes them to 51.
Good drive by Lily.
McKimmie strong off that line. She'll have a big weekend next weekend with the interleague side. And there we have it. We have 51 plays 56. And we're just going to get our player of the day. So Wodonga with a great result there. A hard-fought win. They got a lead early. They were put under pressure when Rovers came back at them in the second quarter. And then they were able to come back out and resettle. And I think that's the difference between this year and some previous years for Wodonga. That belief and that ability and the willingness to run out these games has been fantastic, as we see Maggie, our broadcast celebrity.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and
Great belief to come back in the second half.
Yeah, it's really promising. I think the girls, we're so young and so inexperienced in comparison to a lot of the teams that we've been competing against in A grade. So it's really good to see us that we're sticking with those teams even when they are pushing it to us, and even when we look like we've got our backs against the wall. The girls always find a way to dig deep and pull something out of somewhere, which isn't good for the cortisol levels, but we get there.
Well, you did, and you hung in there in that last quarter. It was really goal for goal, and they sort of kept coming, but you're able just to get a couple of levelers. You guys switched, you and Ellie, through that mid-court. You continued to provide some great drive. Great matchup, you on Michaela Trethown. Do you guys know each other from footy?
Oh my God, she's nuts, isn't she? Every time I see her I know her from footy, and anytime I see her on any sporting field, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in for a treat here. Oh, she's just a competitive beast, and it's always so good to. I've never actually played on her. I've always been on her side, which is the side that I'd prefer.
Yeah.
But so it's really good to see how good she's gone in her netty, and a talented athlete all round.
Yeah, she absolutely is. There was a contest there. I sort of did say maybe just ruck the ball, put it up for a ruck contest between you two.
Surprised she didn't put a knee in my back or something.
Oh, well, you can't do it in footy these days. You can probably do it in netball. You can't do much in football anymore, can you?
No.
Great win. Good to see Cara Woodman coming into the side. She's obviously settling in. She played really well today, and the connection with her and Lily obviously will build.
Yeah, it's so exciting to see what she has to provide as well. I think only 20 years old, which is insane as well. I think the average age of our attacking end's about 19, which is huge, and Cara's just going from strength to strength this year, which is very exciting to see. Only 7 rounds in, and she's played 3 A grade games or something, and she's killing it.
Absolutely. Well done. You've got your third win on the board. Myrtleford looked like they were going to go down to the Raiders, so you'll jump ahead of them and put yourselves in a nice position for the week off in the interleague bye, and then we'll go into round 8.
Yeah, Jeepers, the body's looking forward to it, hey? 20 years old, and I'm like, oh, where's my rest?
Well done, Chrissy Whitehead. Super effort today. Congratulations on the win and player of the day. Well done. Go and enjoy the week off.
Thank you so much.
So there we have it. The Wodonga Bulldogs, a gritty win, 56 over the Rovers at 51.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? With GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
price until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.